Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Mbali Talks. In today's video, I want to share with you 5 amazing platforms that you guys can use to make money online, just literally being on your phone by testing different apps. To our channel, thank you so very much for stopping by. Please do join our community by hitting the subscribe button below, and if you've been with us since day one, thank you so very much for coming back. You guys are the reason this channel stays alive, so I am always grateful to you guys for coming back and for keeping your notifications on. Without further ado, let's get right into it. The first platform that I want to recommend is a platform called Testerwork.com. This is the testing platform that allows users from all over the world to make money online testing apps. Previously, when you think of testing apps, you used to think nerds and people that are in IT, etc. However, with Testerwork, literally anyone around the world can just get onto the platform, get hired by the platform to literally just test a couple of apps that other companies are trying to create so that the companies can determine if the app is user-friendly and or if it's actually an app that is viable. What I like about Testerwork is the fact that it was literally really easy to register on the platform. I'm sure it only took me like 5 minutes for me to be able to get the account. However, they do have a test that they require you to take as part of the application process, and I'm still to take that test. But I thought to myself, because it was so easy to get onto the platform or to even try and apply and have a profile, I might as well just come back here to share this platform with you so that we can all be trying it all at the same time. All you need to be able to be hired by Testerwork is a LinkedIn profile, because they use that for them to be able to verify if you're a professional person. And quite honestly, if you're my age or anyone over 18, a LinkedIn profile is something that you're supposed to have now, even just for professional use. The platform will ideally tell you what device they want you to use when you're testing these apps. You can either be using a device that is on an Android software or an iOS software, but again, the platform will be the one that will tell you. So the platform does the tests in 2 different ways. One, it's a functionality test, which basically means the platform gives you a script, like basically instructions of how you are supposed to test that particular app that they've allowed you to download. The second way is usability, which basically means they just give you the app and then they kind of monitor your movements around the app as you're opening different things on the app, like settings, and you're checking your profile and you're trying to upload certain things. They just want to see how user-friendly that particular app usually is so that they know what to change in that app. So what I also liked about the app is the fact that their pay is actually very competitive. An average starter level person can get paid up to $15 per hour. And this money can go all the way up to $41 per hour for people who are now like at premium level of testing, which basically means now you've had a lot of experience on the app, your profile is a bit more older. So I honestly thought to myself, $15 per hour, that's a lot of money for you to be making. So this is definitely a platform that I would recommend for you to try as a way of making money online testing apps. The second platform that you can actually use to make money online testing apps is a platform called Pong. Pong is basically a platform where you as a tester are hired to test different websites as you're on a one-on-one call interview with the people that actually run the platform. So what they do is to have a couple of websites that they give you, maybe on a one-on-one basis, for you to be able to just share your screen with them while you're actually on that particular website. Basically what they're trying to see is how user-friendly each of the websites is, and or what your opinions are about the actual website and your actual navigation on that particular website. I found that Pong is such an easy platform for you to be able to register on, because all you do is to register a tester account, and then on review of that application, they will send you an invitation link whereby you're now going to go into an interview session again on a video one-on-one session with them, where they're going to ask you a couple of questions just to obviously make sure if you're a person who's eligible to be testing on their website. Once you've booked your session and you actually go through the interview, then you're pretty much ready to start. And trust me guys, Pong is one of the most highest paying platforms right now, because they pay you up to $15 for a 30-minute section. In most of the platforms that you're going to have online, you find maybe you're getting paid maximum $15 per hour as a beginner. But with Pong, you can actually make that money in half the time, guys. So I just feel like it's a very good platform. And they even state on the platform that in other instances, like in special cases where maybe it's an emergency, they really need people to give out their opinion on a website like this, you can even get paid up to £200 per session, and each session is usually not more than an hour. So can you imagine being lucky enough to be one of those people that actually get those special cases and make yourself £200 in a space of an hour, guys. Like, I would just so it's definitely a platform that I think is worth checking out. I will put links to these platforms in the description box as well. Before I forget, all you need to do for you to be able to be a tester on Pong is for you to have a laptop and or a MacBook, and then you obviously need fast internet connection, preferably a Chrome browser, which is basically the browser that most of us, if not everybody, is already using. And then you will need to have a webcam on your laptop. Most laptops now come with that webcam, so it's not like you need to go out to actually buy something to attach onto your laptop. And then also you will need to be able to give them access to your screen only while you are testing their website. This does not mean that you're going to give them access to your personal information or whatever, which is something I obviously would not advise, because they already have your personal information when you are applying for the platform. But all they want to do is to be able to sort of watch you as you're trying to test the website that you're testing at that particular time, and then that's how you get paid for each project. If you're still on this video, please do join our community by hitting the subscribe button. And also, if you find that this information is very useful to you, please remember to click the like button so that I can know that you're enjoying this content. And now let's move on to the third platform. The next platform that you can use for you to make money online testing apps is called Testthebirds.com. This is basically a bug testing platform where, as a user, you test different bugs and or usability of different apps. The best way to make money on the app is for you to do the usability tests. However, they are a bit more complicated than actually testing the bugs. The reason I say that is because you find there are going to be certain instructions of how you're going to navigate that particular app and or website in order for the app to be able to realize how the users are actually going to use it. Hence, it's called a usability test. These usability tests can make you up to $50 per project, which is why, again, they are slightly a bit more complicated in order for you to be able to finish them. But you may find that, like most people, you're probably very smart and you'd find your way easy around a usability test, so I'd definitely try those as well. However, if you're somebody who feels like, you know what, I don't want to go through the stress of trying to figure out a certain usability test, you can actually stick to the bug tests, which also, quite honestly, pay a good amount because they pay $5 per test. Can you imagine spending 15 minutes of your time testing a certain bug and or an app and getting paid $5, like in 15 minutes? That means basically in an hour, you could make up to $20 per different projects. The platform uses PayPal in order for them to be able to pay you. However, they do have a catch. They require your balance on their wallet to be at least a minimum of $7 before you can withdraw any money, because they do charge a bit of an amount for you to be able to withdraw. So my advice for you is to just allow your money to accumulate there to become maybe $30, $40, maybe even $50 before you actually withdraw it, so that by the time they take their transaction fee, you don't feel like they've basically taken all your money. But definitely Testthebirds.com is a platform that I would recommend for you to try and make money online testing apps. Guys, I'd like to apologize if you guys feel like maybe the lighting on this video is going kind of like bright and darker. It's literally because, again, I don't have my ring light because I forgot my equipment in Swaziland a while ago, and I'm just basically vlogging my way through life right now. But I just didn't want us to stop having this kind of content by me waiting until I go back to Swaziland to get my stuff again. So my ring light is also not available, which means I'm basically using natural light, and the sun keeps going on and off in case you've noticed. So I just wanted to make that clear. Anyway, let's get right back into the video. So the fourth platform that you can use for you to be able to make money online testing apps is actually a Google feature called User Research Experience. Basically, this is where Google requires you to be able to use a couple of their products, like business tools and or email tools that other people around the world are using, so that you can tell Google if those products are actually good, if they work, and so that you can be able to influence how Google decides to change these products for other users around the world. So how the Google research works is basically you just fill out a small form on Google for them to be able to figure out if you're going to be a good fit for any of the studies that they're having. And guys, don't worry, you don't have to actually be someone who uses the Google products like maybe AdSense or whatever on Google. You just need to be someone who's able to test and be able to be clearly articulating and give their opinion to Google to say this is what you think works best on the app, or maybe they could try reduce this, or maybe they could try remove this, and or what you actually like about that particular product, so that Google can know that it's actually a product that is going to be viable when they actually launch it to the bigger audience. And again, guys, this is a remote working experience, so it's best for anyone who's just trying to find a work-at-home job. However, there is a slight catch because Google does not necessarily pay you money, but they do pay you in gift cards that you can use on Amazon.com and or in ways of donating to certain charities. If maybe you're a charitable person and you don't necessarily want to spend your money contributing to those charities, you can get Google to do that for you by you taking part in their different researches that they have on the platform. For someone like me who actually uses Amazon, aka this camera that I'm using right now, I actually bought on Amazon. This is a very good way for me to be able to make money, so that when I need certain products on Amazon, like a microphone or a speaker or even lighting, I can be able to use those different gift cards that I would have made on Google Research Experience to be able to buy those things without, again, using my own money to do it. So quite honestly, I do think it's a win-win situation. I do think it's a platform that you should try out, especially because more than half the time we are always on the Google search engine. So wouldn't you want to be using that engine to be able to make a bit of money? I know I definitely will be doing that. The next and the last platform that you can actually use to make money online testing apps and products is a platform called Testing Time. This is basically a platform that allows you to test anything from products to websites to apps to services and even food, guys. Can you believe it? Of course, don't think I would want to be testing food because anyway, but I still do think it's a great platform if you're trying to make a bit of money. However, this platform will not make you rich, guys. Just do remember that. But it will make you a bit of money, depending on how long each project that you participate in is, and also depending on the type of interview that you take on the different platform. So registering on the platform is actually easy. All you need to do is just give them a bit of your information so that they can figure out, of course, if you're somebody who's going to be compatible with the kind of tests that go on the system. You don't need any work experience. You don't need any particular qualification. However, when they're asking you the 5 questions that they're going to ask you in the beginning, of course, it would help for you when you're telling them a bit more about yourself to put in the nice, juicy details of maybe like your qualification and or your experience to make sure that you're increasing your chances of being actually hired on the platform. Once you've been invited for a test on the platform, they actually give you an opportunity to choose which date and time that you think you're going to be able to be available for you to be able to take your test. Most of these tests are divided into 3. It's either you do an online test where it's just you and a couple of instructions on what to do exactly to test that product, or you can do them on video calls like this and or via the phone. And lastly, it's in person. But however, because of the COVID-19 regulations, they've actually reduced the times that they're going to be allowing people to do walk-ins. And again, because you and I are in Africa, we're not going to be doing any walk-ins. So our best bet is to be able to do the video one-on-one interviews and or to do the online tests where it's just going to be you and that particular instruction that the platform would have given you. Most of the sessions on Testing Time usually take between 30 to 90 minutes, depending on the requirements of the project. And again, you're going to be paid depending on how long a session is and how frequent you are on the platform. So the more times that you try to get tests, the better chances you have of being paid a bit more money. However, based on my research, they do mention that it does take quite a while for you to be able to get your first interview. So even though it's a platform that I've included in this video, I do think you can just use it alongside the other 4 platforms that I've actually recommended, which I feel like are more real time and you have a higher chance of making more money on them than on Testing Time. But still, it is a platform that I would advise for you to be able to apply on, especially if you're someone who's either working from home these days, you're always on your laptop, you're always in front of the screen, because that's basically the kind of interviews that they want you to be able to participate in. You could literally use it as breaks in between your work while you're having your cup of coffee and or you're just taking a break from your normal work. So it's definitely one of the platforms that I would advise for you to look into, just for you to be able to make a bit of passive income online, taking tests and or reviewing products and or giving your opinion to the different companies that come onto the platform like Testing Time. So if you've made it to the end of this video, thank you so very much for sticking by. You're definitely well on your way to making passive income by literally doing something that you do every day on your phone, like testing apps. We always have apps on our phones, guys. We download the most silliest things, but wouldn't you rather be downloading and or working on apps that are actually going to be able to make you money in future? I know I'm definitely signing up to all of these platforms, guys, and I'm going to be getting paid in dollars, in pounds, etc., just as a way for me to be able to make a bit of passive income for myself. If you've made it to the end of this video, thank you so very much for staying until the end. Please do remember to hit the like button and also to leave me a comment in the comment section. And otherwise, I'll see you guys on the next video. Cheers.